We live in a twilight world. Let's do a quick recording. We're going to talk about the latest kind of illusion warfare, chicken feed, double cross bullshit that's been going on lately, yeah? And that would be the, aliens walking around Miami and today's events, which is, Jews in tunnels in New York. It's kind of embarrassing to even be talking about it, but, got a coffee here. We're going to talk about it because it's very kind of revealing as to where we are and mainly where the truthers are right now and how they're kind of illusion warfare in themselves, right? Anyway, this screenshot I took right here, the Miami Police Department have basically released a load of videos telling people what actually happened, right? But they're also a little bit tongue-in-cheek leaning into the alien thing. This is on their video, the alien here. I haven't added this. This is on their official Miami PD Twitter account, right? And they were saying this was all about, there was a load of youths running around with fireworks. And about 50, allegedly 50 youths shooting fireworks at people. And then that's what they called in. They had a name for it. It was like a C3Y or something like that, where they're calling a massive show of force around the area, right? And, this video of someone walking down the street with a long shadow, blurry video. The whole kind of TikTok community are speculating and saying this is an alien, right? A 10 foot high grey alien walking around. So, first things first, the Miami Police Department are openly telling people what's going on. Yet we're now in a stage in this reality where the truther community and the TikTok community automatically assume it's reverse psychology. They are, in many ways, like reverse psychology, double-crossing themselves, right? They assume, the Miami police are saying it's not aliens, therefore it must be aliens. Okay? As for this whole kind of imagery we saw, now this is very theatrical. Was there genuinely 50 youths running around with fireworks? I don't know. Or did the hidden hand just say there were 50 youths with fireworks and thus called in a massive show of force, right? Because let's put it like this, yeah? The Miami Police Department is going to be a pyramid, and at the top of that pyramid, you're going to have your double-cross agent sitting at the top, right? That's all it takes. I don't know how many people are in the Miami PD. I don't know. It could be thousands. Let's say there's 1,000 members of staff in the Miami Police Department. All it takes is that one at the top of the pyramid to be a double-cross agent, and that's it. He calls the shots, right? And if he puts out an alert that all units must go to the Market Bay mall or whatever the fuck it was, then they're going to do it, right? They have to follow orders. It goes down the pyramid. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I know that this probably is real. This theatrical performance is probably real, and the police taking part probably have no idea. They probably genuinely think they are responding to youths firing fireworks. Now, it's interesting it's fireworks because a lot of the stuff I talk about regarding illusion warfare on the military side of things, I allude that, rockets are merely firework displays in the sky, right? Sometimes literally, sometimes metaphorically, right? For example, the Iron Dome over Israel, that is pretty much a firework display that happens above the people that live there. And if you don't know that, it will seem very real and very scary. Same with Ukraine. A lot of the so-called missile strikes, drone strikes, are then shot down by the counter-drone, counter-missile systems. All happens above the people's heads. Slightly to the left or slightly to the right of a densely populated area. And any shrapnel will land in an empty field. But again, it's very theatrical and it makes war very real. So I would say this is real. I would speculate that most, if not all of the police officers taking part here have zero idea that they are taking part in an illusion operation. And that's how it works best. Yet again, to draw lines next to military world, when the military personnel, most military personnel that take part in a deception campaign are not told it's a deception campaign until after. And they tell the soldiers this was done for operational security reasons, right? Not to let people know. But of course, it's all illusion warfare, man. It's making fully immersive 4D theatre, and it's bringing fiction to life, right? But yeah, man, it just goes to show you the power of TikTok, yeah? Because the TikTok war is fully upon us. And, you know, what they call OSINT, OSINT, open source intelligence. Essentially, these OSINT people, accounts, influencers on social media, they will go and check all of the social media accounts in Miami at that time, and then they'll collect that imagery and they'll essentially put out their own report about it, right? That's what OSINT is. It's essentially intelligence coming from the open source of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, right? Very bad in my opinion, because these are regular people that are either unknowingly running propaganda campaigns or are knowingly doing it, but doing it in exchange for likes, shares, retweets, and so on, for the ego boost. When they're not on the ground, they have no idea what's going on. They're pushing something that is potentially fictional and being set up by the hidden hand, and they're doing it free of charge. Like I said, other than the attention they get via social media, which is making a lot less work, or essentially making it easier for the likes of CNN and the BBC and ABC and all them kind of outlets, right? Because they can now focus on mainstream, while these useful idiots in the OSINT community are getting fooled into a TikTok war and are running a parallel propaganda campaign, you know? So OSINT, you know, I'm not going to go into OSINT now. A lot of you have heard me talk about OSINT and why I think it's so bad. Yeah, the TikTok war is a bad thing. So anyway, let's go to today's nonsense. And it's all about apparently the New York Police Department raided a certain synagogue in New York at number 770 in the Brooklyn area, because there were tunnels underneath it, right? And of course, yet again, the alternative media, which is very much controlled now, the TikTok war, the OSINT people went nuts about it. I know they made a big thing about these stained mattresses. You know, the thing is, they're letting the fear of the mind get away with them, right? Because they see a mattress. First of all, they see tunnels. They automatically hear about a tunnel. They automatically think about satanic pedophiles and reptilians underneath the tunnels. That all comes from the Q movement, which really flared up and went mainstream during the scamdemic. And talking about the scamdemic, I'm really starting to feel now that that's what the scamdemic was about. It's about moving a lot of the normies into the double-O truther movement. Yeah, I'm saying truther, Troofer. Morons that couldn't know truth if it came and slapped them in the face. Very different from a genuine truth seeker, but the truther. Yeah. So, yeah, man, they see this stain on a mattress. They automatically think, oh, that's some sort of stain from a child being sexually abused. And I'm saying, well, how do you know it's just not set dressings? How do you know the person who's organised this hasn't just thrown some fake shit or sick or blood or whatever on this mattress and this is just a prop? Because if that's the case, this is a prop and that's a bit of fake blood, it's got you. It's had the whole of the alternative media going crazy. Very similar to that woman, the alleged young woman that was kidnapped in Israel, and she had blood stains around her butthole, yeah? And it's obviously fake blood. It's obviously very theatrical. But, you know, this image went viral of this young girl being dragged out of a car with blood around her butthole. And nobody said anything. The mainstream media didn't say anything. They didn't need to, because the fear of the mind, people automatically assumed, oh my God, she's been anally gang raped by her kidnappers. When really it was just a bit of fake blood thrown on her trousers. Hang on, let me see if I can get that picture actually. It might be to hand, hang on. Yeah, because it's quite an important, you know. Here we are. Hopefully it comes through. Hang on, let me have a swig of my coffee. Yeah, man, so this picture here, you probably recognize it, right? Yeah. They bumbled her out of this, out of the car and, you know, put her into this Jeep or whatever. And yeah, man, blood stains all around the booty. Yeah, again, this is all theater. This is theater. This is all theatrics, in my opinion, and it worked well, right? Because it sent people in outrage. This poor young girl being anally raped. Now, firstly, when did you ever know that the Hamas had black people in their ranks? No, this is an actor, right? This is all theater. And if you remember this viral video, I don't know if I did a YouTube on this or not, but throughout this whole viral video, a guy kept constantly jumping in and out of the shot, and his t-shirt said, "Think outside the box." So it's very interesting how these little kind of like I don't know what you'd call this. It's like a little wink from the universe, a little wink from the Matrix, saying like, letting you know that this is all bullshit right now. I don't know if this guy, I don't know if the hidden hand, the double cross, deliberately made this guy wear a t-shirt and said, hey man, make sure you keep just jumping in and out of shot, or whether it's just one of these things like it's just a little, I don't know, a little fucking glitch in the Matrix. I don't know what you would call it, but think outside the box. The box being this black cube you're listening to this recording on right now that fills your head with nothing but fiction and bullshit and nonsense, right? So anyway, let's get back to the Miami thing. So, where was we? So yeah. So if this is a prop mattress with a bit of fake blood thrown on it, it's done wonders, right? Because it's sent the world crazy. Hopefully most of you people that listen to my stuff are not on the Black Cube, you're not on the Black Mirror, you're out living life, you're outside of Plato's Cave. But if you are, you know what I'm talking about. If you just go on Twitter right now, it'd be nothing but this Jews in tunnels business, right? I've done my classic thing. I overlaid the Benny Hill music over to this video, and it's quite funny because, you know, they're essentially pulling Jews out of a tunnel and they're all kind of like moving, and I sped it up so it's even more ridiculous, and it is ridiculous, right? The fact that the quote Jew is, you know, in full Jew costume, it's just pure theatre, man. It's nonsense. But this stuck out to me, right? One of the videos was a video from inside these alleged tunnels, and it straight away starts on the exit door. Something I talk about a lot, right? Exit doors and exit signs. Throughout most mainstream narratives that appear in your life on a daily basis, you'll always notice that there'll be a very prevalent, in your face exit sign and door, an exit door in shot, right? This was the beginning of this video, right? And then it went through the tunnels. But it's, to me, this is what I talk about all the time. The Matrix is letting you know that you can freely leave Plato's Cave whenever you want. That like right now, like me talking about this right now, me doing this recording, I'm doing it of my own free will. I don't need to be doing this. I could be, it's late right now. I could be having a nice night in a nice cozy bed, having some wonderful dreams. But I, of my own free choice, of my own free will, I'm giving attention to it. And I need to take responsibility for that, because the exit door is always available to Plato's Cave. Always, yeah? And I think, talking of Plato's Cave, right, I think this is the dilemma of Plato's Cave, right? For those of us that recognise we're in, Plato's Cave, or, Plato's Cave is very modern now, right? It's no longer a bunch of slaves chained to a rock looking at shadows. It's now more of a casino, or you could say an arcade, what do you call it, an arcade place where there's multiple different games you can play. You can go and play Time Crisis. You can go and play fucking Pac-Man. You can go play bowling. Yeah, casino. You can go and play blackjack. You've got a bit of entertainment and flashy lights in Plato's Casino, right? It's not quite a cave. But once you realise you're in this kind of false reality and you can leave it, the dilemma is, do you go fuck off out of Plato's Cave and enjoy the sunshine? Or do we have a responsibility to go and try and help the other slaves get the fuck out of there, right? Because most of them slaves in Plato's Casino have a bit of Stockholm syndrome, right? They're attached. They are dependent on the shadows on the wall. They kind of want to be there a little bit. So yeah, that is the dilemma, right? That's the moral dilemma of Plato's Casino. Do you just do you be selfish? Do you get the fuck out of there and go and live your life and have fun out in nature, doing what you got to do? Do you have some kind of obligation, or should you do the right thing of trying to free the others that perhaps might not know that they're there, or that have a bit of Stockholm like syndrome? You've got to show them the way out. I just don't know. Right now, I feel with all my work and my content and stuff, I am stuck in the middle of Plato's Cave, holding the fucking door open, trying to say to people, let's get out. Let's go, let's get out. And I don't know how long I can stand here for. Now, I haven't had any kind of direct kind of answers through dreams, or any kind of, I don't know. The universe hasn't given me a direct answer to that question, to what I just asked about whether I should fuck off out of it or help those that are stuck in the cave. Maybe that'll come to me one day, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for this recording. We live in a twilight world. There are no friends at dusk.